Hey everyone, it's Saturday morning and I thought I would show you the journal that I've been working on for about a year now. I think I'm ready to show it. There are maybe about 4 or 5 pages that are blank, but I don't want to hurry up and fill them up. I just want to take my time, and I haven't made a second journal yet, so I'm going to be doing that in the next few days, and I'm going to tape that as well. Okay, so let's get started. This thing, oh my god, is 3 inches thick. I thought this was going to last me uh you know I a couple years, but every day after work, like in the evenings, I like to play in it. It's so much fun. Like tell a story or cut and paste some things, make a pocket, paste a receipt in it. It's so much fun. So much fun. So as I'm flipping through the pages, you're going to notice that here, I'll just open this up. You'll see it coming straight towards you at the screen. I can't put my camera any higher than what it is. So hopefully this doesn't drive you nuts. Okay, so I think we're good there. Now I can sit down. I can't see the screen, so hopefully I just stay in frame. I was going to cut this corn out because I'm cleaning up my garden, and I wanted to add that to say that I had some corn, that I grew some corn. So beautiful pockets made from jelly plates. I even folded this little piece of paper and just stapled it. I was going to throw it in the garbage. So this is very eclectic. I mean, you name it, it's in here. I started drawing faces, and now they're in here. I scan all of these. I have some notes here. Here is, I wrote down some proverbs on watercolor. Another little saying there. I always keep coffee dyed paper in the front in case I want to rip a piece off and put it somewhere or make a pocket. What else do I have here? There's another one of my faces. And when I started drawing these, I got the idea from A Bit of Birdsong from Lynn Hasty. She's amazing. I started giving them stories, but the story didn't come until after I drew the person. So this is Armand grew up in Rimouski, Quebec, and had a thriving musical career playing the clubs in and around Trois-Rivières. After an unfortunate car accident in Gatineau, she lost her right hand and could no longer play the triangle. She resides in Pontex, Saskatchewan with her dog Pief, and grows her own vegetables for the farmer's market on Sundays. I get a kick out of these. Yeah, why just draw a picture when you can just give them a whole story? Here's another one. These are my early drawings. This is Serge and this is Agathe. Serge and Agathe met many years ago. She was quiet and he was outgoing. It was never going to work. He's moved on with his life, and she has a lot of animosity toward him. She is the original Karen. And I think they need to chat over a bottle of gin. This was just done on a crappy piece of watercolor paper. It was just garbage, right? But I thought, okay, well, it's got a nice background. Maybe I can paste some things on there. Yeah, that was, oh man, so much fun. Okay, so this is for trail. I think some of you in your 50s and 60s will have worn pants like this made out of this stuff. Anyway, I had to put that on the edge of the page. The book is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures, and the signature cover is made with old file folder. So it made it really thick and sturdy. Another pocket here. I get a lot of my pictures printed. I don't like them all just on my phone. I like them printed. I'm old school. And anything goes, right? This is a little bit of slow stitching, a little flower that I drew. What else do we got here? So I started with rover.com in March of this year, 2025, and I've taken care of 3 dogs so far. I'm not available every weekend, so it's some nice extra money. So I write down the name of the dog I took care of and the date, and I just put some dog stuff. And then here's a cat that says, "What about me? What about me?" This is an end of a fabric piece that I sewed on the edge of that. This cardstock here, oh man, I get tons of this from work. They come in between the products. You know, you get a big, not a case, but let's say a case of toilet paper or something, right? And on each level, there's this big solid cardstock. I take them home because they just put them in the garbage. And a lot of this is going into my journals. They're so thick. And look, it's free, right? Why not use what you have? More drawing. This is an old placemat, and I just cut that out there. This is a postcard from when our family went to the States, to Disneyland, and then of course we went through Las Vegas in, I believe it was 1978, 78 or 79. And I found it in a cupboard somewhere, a drawer, and I thought, hey, that's going in my journal. Went to see John Mellencamp a few years ago. This is me when I was quilting. I made this for my cousin. That was a long time ago. I think it was about 25 years ago. I don't look like that anymore. So that's a nice memory. I drew some leaves, little sayings, some music. This is my mom and my niece that have the same birthday. Paper Patio Connection, that is the name of my YouTube channel. Or no, it isn't. Wait a minute. That's my Etsy shop, sorry. The Paper Patio Connection. So of the jelly prints that I made last night, I went and scanned them, and I changed the opacity, and I glued it onto the back of this chocolate bar box, and so I can do some journaling here. One of my first ones there. So this is Maud, and she's on her way to the Carol Burnett show. She's really dressed like she is in the 70s, 1971. I found a great art channel, Carolyn on the Hillside. She's from Ontario, Canada. Just doodling or writing about family that came by here. Craft and art video channels. I started writing that down this morning, and this is another jelly print from yesterday or from last night. So I printed that. I'm keeping my originals for now. I don't know what to do with them or if I'm going to use them at all. Here's Zena. Zena's the smartest girl on campus, and despite her quirky look, she's got a lot of friends and walks with confidence. She's a no-nonsense girl and is always there for those who need help in the sciences, and she loves volleyball. I found this list on Google, walking benefits. After my ankle gets better, I'm totally going to start walking again. And of course, I love cats. This was on the back of a calendar. Here's another girl. Her name is Jennifer, and I think her story is written somewhere else. I don't know where it went, but her story can change too. This is a laminated old page, and I put some leaves from a flower, I think a couple 3 years ago. And then an old tab at the top. Watercolor pocket. This is a picture of downtown Regina. Obviously, I think in the 50s or 60s. I thought, well, that's part of my city. Why not keep a memory of that? Another pocket. Then I started saving product stuff like Jello, double cream, brie. My cousin got me onto that. Very dangerous. Alfredo, very dangerous. Who is this? This is a supervisor at Canadian Tire. Her name's Ruby. The South End location she's at. And she's easily irritated with the younger generation, so she keeps to herself on her coffee breaks. This is Erica. She's got some wild hair. And did you know that you can never just be friends with someone you fell in love with? Let me make this a little bit closer. Hopefully we can see that. An old caramel. I love this. Oh man, these are so good. Another dangerous food item. These are some personal notes. I like to draw really tiny. And then this page turned in just some orangey yellow stuff. And so I wrote out the lyrics to Coldplay's Yellow. That was kind of neat there. Oh, and this is, her name is Oksana. Oksana, part-time librarian and weekend soccer coach. She is married with 3 boys and lives in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. She wears Mary Kay makeup. Look at that blue eyeshadow. She collects porcelain frogs and likes to scrapbook. She also has a huge raspberry bush that gives them a ton of jam for the year. Oh, so silly. I love 60s country music. So a lot of times I'll write lyrics in my book. And this is Loretta Lynn's Why I'm Walkin'. It's such a beautiful, beautiful song. And then some positive words. Focus on the building a positive relationship with yourself and how to take care of yourself, self-improvement. This is Carolyn. She's on her way to meet her friend Joan for lunch at the marina. Then some shopping after that. She's feeling fabulous in her cashmere minty shawl. Old greeting cards. I love using these. So I have a couple items here that I haven't pasted anywhere. This is an old. I just used a stamp yesterday. So this is Year of the Rooster 2017. So I'm going to staple that somewhere. And of course our Canadian Tire money. That's going to go somewhere. General Lube. That's where I get my oil changes for my car. So I thought, well, I'll just stick those in there. This is Denise. She has no story right now. These are lyrics to Celine Dion's, I can't remember what it is. And create something special today, even if it's just a casserole. Really. I always talk about my garden and what I did there. Then I started drawing some flowers, leaves. This is a hidden pocket in here. And then I made a book. But I haven't written anything in it. Oh, they're long pages too. Open that up. Here we go. Sleep deprivation is a terrible thing. I just want to sleep. Well, I'm doing better now, so that's good. an old calendar. I had to have this because these cats are so cute. Some quotes. I started drawing some flowers. Here's another girl. She does not have a name. Another pocket. An old card. This is me when I was going out for a motorcycle ride. I have since sold my motorcycle. No regrets. An old letter. I wrote down the comedy shows that I've been watching on YouTube, like the Friars Club Roasts. These are 60s and 70s. Dean Martin Celebrity Roast, The Jeffersons, Carol Burnett. I still have a few more to watch and write those down. Here's another girl. I don't know what her name is either. This is Brenna. She's a retired banker, and she volunteers at the food bank. This is a jelly plate from last night. I was cleaning off my brayer and made some squiggly marks, and I thought, well, I'll just keep that in here. I want to know the prices that I paid for some groceries, and I have the date here, August 1st of this year. I want to see this in 20 years. I want to know what the prices, how much they've changed. Yes, this is Josephine, and she's a community organizer for 16 years now, and she's good at what she does, but needs to lighten up at times. I guess she's not the best person to work with. Oh, man. Look at this. I treated myself to a large patio umbrella. I'm so happy to finally have one so I can sit outside in the blazing sun. That is, oh, this is a copy of one of the gel plates that I did last night. So I can just write on that if I want. This is the apartment I used to live in. Right, this one right here. So I got the pictures online. I lived there many years ago on Coventry Road. I'm going to have to scooch out just a bit. There we go. Who is this? Sally. Sally regrets her lip filler. And she's not too keen on the perm she got 2 weeks ago, but she just got offered a 6-figure job, and her first paycheck will go to a makeover. Some of my artwork as well. This was a watercolor, so I scanned it and then I printed that off. Hot tamales. Oh, I love these. Love these. That's my niece's hair. Day of her wedding. Getting ready. There's more lyrics from Celine Dion. The Power of Love. Oh, she doesn't have a name either. I'll have to put her story here. I'll have to make a video about that. The weekend is almost here. I don't know where to put this yet. And then sometimes I'll have things about the union that I work in, CUPE, about the rallying and how we're working for trying to get our wages increased. So I like to keep that. It's a souvenir, I guess. This is one of my first ones that I drew. Horrible. But she's got character. I don't think she has... Oh, yeah, her name is Sienna. Sienna. This is Sophie. This is drawn on a card, one of those paint chip cards that you get at Home Depot. So if you ever have any of those around, you can definitely do that. That's fun. I better pick up the pace here because it's already 20 minutes into the video. This is Edna, and she has never conformed to societal norms. She loves everything artsy, and she wears what she wants. Today it's denim overalls and a fancy flower hat. Everyone is welcome on her 3-acre plot for colorful conversation, some strong coffee, and snuggles with her 4 cats. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. Stop by and say hello. I think she's my kind of girl. Just did this one last night. I found, what kind of cows are these? The brown ones. Jersey? Couldn't wait to see my favorite cow at the farm. Her name was Buffy. One day she was gone, butchered. I was definitely traumatized. It was bad. Well, breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. This is my secret pocket. This is the kind of the secret stuff that I like to write. This is all personal stuff. So I'm not going to flip through that, but that goes in there. And I'm working on a zine of all the art that I do. Still working on that. It's in my computer, so I keep adding and then I print. That's super fun. Picture of me on the couch reading a book. This girl has no name. So she needs a name too. Oh, this is Gwen. Love Gwen. This is my avatar on Facebook. So my friend's cats I was taking care of earlier in the year. More lyrics. Today in the news. This is really cool to do. It could be simple like, okay, my taxes are done. My brother turned 61. I voted in the election. Then there was a plane crash. The Texas flooding. You don't have to have a full story, but just a headline, right? In the news. And Taylor Swift had to go in here. I took that screenshot off the internet and had it printed. I can't wait for her new album. It's so cool. This is Sheila. She just wants to fit in. College life isn't what she thought. She thought it would be. It's only October, so she's hoping to meet some friends at the next skills development meeting. And she's got some journaling to do before starting the laundry. Look what I just found attached to my shirt. I was at the garden pulling all the beans. Oh boy. A crocheted square. This is some of my artwork I did many years ago. 2010. I paint much better today. She does not have a name either. This is Diane. No story. This is Iona, and I'm having a crappy day, she says. No doubt. I mean, look at her expression. She's just not happy with the frown and everything. Her name is Chen, and she lives in Toronto. I just haven't written that yet. I think she left Toronto to go to BC. I think this is the first one I drew. Her name is Beatrice. No story. My flowers in the garden with my frog. These are more lyrics. A friend of mine with her husband. See, this one's not completed yet. This is the Grey Nuns Hospital. I started working here in 1982. This has since been torn down, and they rebuilt in, well, as I was working there, they started rebuilding, so this part's gone. But I found this at work and I made a photocopy, so that's a nice memory. This is Linda Lee. Here's Betty. You guys got to try and do these faces. No matter how silly they look, they are so much fun. And try to give them a story. They certainly will have some kind of, they'll show their character once you're finished drawing them. And whether good or bad, silly, write it down. It'll be fun. There's a really old watercolor that I did in 2010, and it is very ugly. But I kept it. I kept it because I drew it. Or I painted it. This is Aurélie. I think that's the name I gave her. She has no story, but she looks psycho. She looks absolutely crazy. This is Tara. And I think she's quite tired. She looks very tired. Crystal. Look at Crystal. Love her. This is Rose. And this is Luna. I found a drawing online that looked similar to this, and I just tried to tried to draw it. Prismacolor pencils I've been using, and I really enjoyed how that came out. This is She Has No Name. And I don't know if I'm just going to leave her like this or write around it. Another empty page, which is fine. This is Glorianne. She has no story. Empty page. Still some empty spots to write down. 2 pockets. On my grandma gave me this. If you have things that are old or you're trying to get rid of, but you want to keep the item because of the memory, just take a picture of it and get rid of the item. I mean, I do keep a lot of my stuff, but this one I took it all apart because I'm going to make little tassels for my books, but I had to take a picture. I took a few of them, but it says my mère was always doing crafts, and she made many cute things for me. She made this one in the 70s, and I recently took it all apart for other crafting ideas, but made sure to take a photo first. Excuse me. That's a great way to keep your memories close. Take a photo. This is Clarice. Oh, here we go. This is the first one. April of this year. My first attempt at drawing a whimsical face with pastels and Prismacolor pencils. I had fun. That's what's important, right? Let's see what else I have. I want these 2 pages to be very, very messy. I think I succeeded. This is the recipe that I used to change the contrast of this gel plate. I think this is my favorite by far. These are, lyrics to one of Taylor Swift's songs. She's a great lyricist, really. She does not have a name either. I'm going to have to make another video of the names and stories about these girls. Oh, and Elvis Presley, You Saw Me Crying in the Chapel lyrics. And then I drew a chapel. That was fun. I kind of surprised myself. These are lyrics to Last Kiss. This was fun to draw. This was fun too. So I did this big watercolor years ago, and a couple chairs in the painting. So I went on to ChatGPT. I've never used it before, and I told it to write a sonnet on reading in a chair. And it gave me this. The Reader's Throne. Upon this chair where cushions softly sigh, I find my throne beneath the lamp's warm glow. The world retreats and time slips gently by as pages turn and silent wonders grow. Who knew? This is a picture of me at my desk. So that's the hat that I'm wearing at Christmas time, and I'm just leaning down. I'm quite short, so I'm leaning down doing my work on my desk, and I had this on my head, and when my manager walked in, he thought it was so funny. He had to take a picture, and I had to print it out. And this is, I think, the last page. Yeah, so I've got pictures of my garden, some canning. I do this every year. Here I'm making a salad, and here I'm making, oh yeah, that's the canning, hot peppers and jalapenos and stuff. And each year I very roughly paint a sketch of my garden and what I had in it. I used to do it quite very detailed, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. I've got 24 tomato plants. The corn still isn't ready. That's my compost. And let me see. I think that's it. Yeah, and this is just the last page. I made it into a pocket, but the pocket's so tight. I mean, if I put anything in here, it's going to rip. I hope you like that. I know I did. I absolutely love this book. I can't wait to get going on another one, but it's harvest time. My garden is small, but I still have to get out there and clean, and I work full time. So, maybe I'll do some jelly printing tonight. That'll be fun. You guys have an awesome long weekend.